They're rebuilding the old school.
About time. It was a slum when we were there.
For a long time after I became a solicitor, I pretended I'd gone to prep school.
You always were a bloody snob.
Now I openly boast I left Harwood Central at 14.
Rags to riches. We must bore the pants off our kids.
Well, we didn't have it easy, did we?
It was a lovely moment when I left school at 14 and signed on as a deckie. We're worth all the canings and having to sit with your arms folded for an hour at a time. Nothing ever touched that first trip I did.
Not even when you became a skipper first time?
Not even then.
You've done well, Arthur.
So have you.
Well, I don't earn 12,000 a year, Captain Saul.
That was last year.
You will again.
Why has it taken so long, Percy?
You can't hurry justice.
Why, she crippled as well as blind. I mean, 9 months.
Oh, I heard of a case the other day where the chap had to fight 10 years to clear his name.
Oh, thanks. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Have
you had to dig deep into your savings?
Don't worry, Percy, you'll get paid.
You should have taken another job.
That would have been an admission of guilt.
Still, I hope you've got something in reserve.
In case the verdict goes again me.
For a rainy day.
A rainy day? Percy, it's been force 12 for the last 9 months. Can't get any worse. Come back and see us when the trial's over, Skipper. Meanwhile, we don't want to be seen in your company. Here, help yourself to some cod.
I'd like to have heard your reply.
We're in good old Anglo-Saxon, and it went on for 2 minutes. Then I wrapped the cod around their necks. Dee-dee-da-dum, bum-ba-da-dee-dee-dee. These two from London, what are they like?
Well, you'll like them. They're good at the trade.
Didn't you say one was a woman?
Aye.
I should have pleaded guilty.
Thank you.
Do you mind?
What?
I want my briefcase. Thank you.
Now, can you tell me the statistics for last year? All right, I'll hold on. When do you hope to do all that?
Tonight?
You were still working at 1 o'clock this morning.
What about it?
You need a break.
Why?
You're getting edgy.
No more edgy than you.
Would you rather I stayed at a hotel?
You mean at another hotel, don't you?
Yes, speaking. Postpone? Why? Well, you've left it a bit late to tell me, haven't you? When is it now? Oh, that's no good to us. Well, I've got Sir John in Winchester, Miss Peterson in Maidstone. Well, that's, Monday the 16th, isn't it?
Oh, Uncle John and I are going to an embassy function on the Tuesday evening.
Yeah, well, Monday's cutting it rather fine. Sir John has a court of appeal on Wednesday morning. Well, if you think it'll only last 2 days. Well, all right, but if it goes into Wednesday, don't blame me. Bye. Peggy, get me George Antler of Clark, Pearson and Clark. And while you're about it, give Ron a private line.
Excuse me, please.
Who do you want me to phone, Mr. Corletti?
Sir John. Tell him that the Hull trawler case has been adjourned because the principal prosecution witness is still on the high seas. Then phone Miss Peterson, tell her the same, but there's another brief waiting for her in Hull.
Mr. Antler, hold on, please.
George? Bill here. Since we spoke, have you managed to find a barrister who's not down with the flu for that Hull case of yours? Well, don't worry, you're in luck. Yeah, I've been able to do a little juggling. Miss Peterson is free. Well, I'm sure she'd be delighted to appear for your client. Well, what are friends for, George? Now, can you arrange for the brief to be sent to the, just a moment, the Bellard Hotel, Hull? That's right. Anytime, George. Bye.
There's no reply, Mr. Corletti.
Keep ringing, lad.
He may have left.
No, he's taking his car to Hull. That means he'll be checking that he's got everything. Passport, visas, shovels, chains. Excuse me, Miss Bradstreet.
I seem to be in the way.
Well, it's just that we have a very small office.
Not if we all went on a diet. Would you like me to ring Miss Peterson?
Well, I'm just about to do that now.
But I am her pupil.
So why aren't you with her?
My father's giving a dinner party this evening. The Attorney General will be there.
And you consider that more important than sitting in on a case?
I think the case has been adjourned, William, hasn't it?
No, I'm more interested in second offenders. Would that be possible? Thanks.
There's bread in the bin if you want to make toast.
Porridge?
In the larder.
There wasn't any last time.
Yes, there was. All you had to do was move the cake tin. Ah, that's John.
When will you be back?
2 days.
I shan't be here.
In that case, leave a note cancelling the milk, will you? No, forget it.
Why?
Might as well. You'll forget to do it anyway. Shall I see you next week?
Well, I'm not certain yet.
You'll let me know.
Why?
I don't want to get in extra food if you're not going to be here.
Would you prefer me to make other arrangements?
Now you're being childish.
What's he like as a driver?
Terrible, far too impatient.
Don't forget to wear your seatbelt then.
I shan't. I don't intend to get hurt.
No, you'll never be hurt.
And what is that little dig supposed to mean?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear those figures. Would you repeat them, please?
Still engaged. Well, at least we know she's there.
I could always slip over in a taxi.
No point in wasting money, lad. Take a tip from me. If you want to make any headway in this business, you must learn not to panic.
You've been very helpful. Thanks very much. Yes? No, I'm sorry. She's not here.
Oh. Well, do you know where she is? Well, what time did she leave? Was Sir John with her? Thank you. Sorry to have troubled you. Bye. Excuse me.
Was my uncle with her?
Yes, they're on their way.
Well, they would be very pleased to hear we didn't waste money on a taxi.
Shouldn't you be reading the Chester brief, Miss Bradstreet?
I've read 2 since then, William, and a pleading.
We're not going to be very popular with Sir John, are we?
Don't panic, Ron. All we have to do is inform Miss Peterson to proceed to Hull and Sir John to return to London.
But how?
Police patrol car. Peggy, get me Chief Inspector Rawlings, Hertfordshire Constabulary. It's in the book. And then I think we can call it a day. Yeah. Yes, I see.
Morning.
Well, of course.
Morning, Miss Peterson.
Morning, Miss Peterson. Well, I'll have to make a note of that because... Look, I'll call you back.
I was calm and collected when I got into your uncle's car, and within 5 minutes I was a bundle of nerves. Where are we now? What does that sign say? Keep your eyes on the map, Harriet. Why is that idiot flashing me? Look for an alternative route. What does that fool think he's doing? If he tries to cut inside, take his number. I tell you, the man's impossible.
What are you doing here?
Why?
You should be in Hull.
Not according to the police.
Why? What did they say?
They said that the trawler case had been adjourned, but that Sir John was to continue immediately to Hull for another case.
No, not Sir John. You.
Well, that's what they said.
But they've got it all wrong.
How did you manage to get back to town?
The police gave me a lift to the nearest railway station.
Oh, I don't know. Unless they jotted down in their little black books, they're useless. What else did they say?
They told Sir John that there was a most important brief awaiting his urgent consideration.
But it's not important. I only accepted it to help out a friend. It hardly warrants a junior, let alone a silk.
Oh, don't worry, Bill. He'll get rid of it.
He can't. There's no junior to give it to.
Oh, dear.
Now, the main thing is not to panic, William.
He'll do his nut.
Not necessarily. Even the best of jugglers occasionally drops a club.
But this one seems to have landed on someone else's foot.
You want on the film, Mr. Colletti?
Well, who is it?
Sir John.
He can't eat you.
But he may try. Will Uncle get rid of him?
Of course not. Without Bill, the rest of us would starve.
He's just sent Uncle John on a wild goose chase.
Yes.
Do you think my uncle will also find it amusing?
No.
Peggy, when I nod my head, cut us off. Good morning, Sir John.
And furthermore, I am the head of chambers. I will not be sent into the Gobi Desert in order to defend a snotty-nosed teenager who threw conkers at a greenhouse. And that's not all. Who was it who recommended that frightful hotel in which I had to endure the most wretched night of my life? A tramp? I am now suffering from dermatitis from filthy sheets and an upset stomach from a particularly revolting macaroni pudding. Hello. Hello. Hello.
I wish it had been the Gobi Desert. Thanks, Peggy.
What, another month, Percy?
It'll soon pass.
It wouldn't matter so much if I were guilty. But nearly a year's wait, and for what? To prove I'm innocent? It's all wrong.
It's unfortunate.
No, it's more than that. It's criminal. Bell should never have been allowed to make that trip.
Oh, he's got a living to earn.
Well, haven't I? Or am I supposed to starve? Is that what justice means? No wonder I'm starting to feel so bloody useless. Anyway, what about those barristers in London? Where are they? Why weren't they there?
Oh, they would have been told that they weren't needed.
So why wasn't I?
Oh, well, I did try to contact you, and so did the police.
I hung about for over an hour. Didn't know what was happening because nobody could be bothered to tell me. And yet 2 barristers in London can be told they can sit on their backsides for another month. I'm the important one, Percy. It's my money, it's my trial, and it's my reputation.
Successful barristers are very busy people, Arthur.
Aye, busy coining in the money. But it's not work. If they were given real work, well, they'd have an attack of the vapours.
You picked up the hammer.
Not true.
Your fingerprints were on it.
No one else used it.
It was this action of yours that prompted your wife to pick up the knife in self-defense.
There was no reason for her to come at me with that knife.
You've admitted you thrashed your 8-month-old baby.
I said I gave her a little spanking.
She had lacerations and extensive bruising.
Only she was accident-prone.
Do you expect the court to believe that an 8-month-old baby is accident-prone? Well, do you? I want an answer. Did you empty my out tray, Bill?
Yes, Miss Beats.
Good. Here are the rest of the pleadings. What time's my train to Lewis?
Midday.
Midday.
And your train tomorrow will get you into Plymouth at 11 o'clock.
Thank you, Bill.
It must have been half the night finishing this long. Why is she pushing herself like this?
The doctor?
Who?
Doesn't matter.
But there is a discrepancy of £48,000.
Invoices totaling that amount were definitely received.
So where are these invoices?
Unfortunately, they were destroyed in the fire.
You said the auditors were coming to examine the company accounts on Monday, the 14th of February.
Yes.
Would you kindly tell the court the date your company offices were burnt down?
Sunday, the 13th of February.
You're not sleeping, you're not eating. You're edgy, irritable, you have been for weeks. If you don't ease up, you'll have a breakdown.
My next application for silk isn't going to be turned down.
Ah, it's got nothing to do with you.
I'm not going to give them an excuse.
If they can't find an excuse, they'll invent one. It's jobs for the favored few. I'll bet the system's killed more brilliant minds than yours.
I'm not dead yet.
You are setting yourself too hard a pace.
I'm too tired to argue.
Then go to bed.
I've work to do.
It can wait. What would you think of a client who ignored your advice?
I think he was a fool.
Then you're a fool. Because you're ignoring the advice of a doctor. I'm telling you to go to bed.
Sounds more like the advice of a husband.
I'm not your husband. I never will be.
When did you see the light?
When I realized that hope is not enough.
Scottish pride?
Common sense. If something's beyond your capabilities, you forget all about it.
Then why bother with me? Have it?
I still like your company, at times.
Those times will become less and less, Ian.
Not necessarily.
Oh, yes, they will, because we're beginning to irritate each other. Oh, blast, I brought home the wrong brief. I shall have to go back to Chambers.
What, at this hour?
Yes.
Let me pick it up for you.
You don't know what to look for.
Then tell me.
No, I'd rather go myself.
All right, I'll drive you there.
No, I might stay on for a bit. Don't wait up for me.
Yes, well, I've been much surprised that this trawler case is over in 2 days.
I have my doubts, too.
Is the Court of Appeal fixed for Wednesday?
Yes. Oh, your niece tells me you're going to some embassy function Tuesday evening.
Oh, yes, but that's not till 9.
Well, you've still got to get back, get washed, put on your glad rags.
Glad rags?
Well, we'll be full evening dressed, won't it?
Thank you. But it sounds as if I'm going to wear sequins. You informed Captain Saul's solicitor?
Yes. But he didn't think another adjournment would be fair to his client.
What about another leader?
No, I didn't think it was necessary. He's a great fan of Miss Peterson's.
Aren't we all? Does she know?
I did tell her, but I'll certainly remind her.
She knows the brief?
Backwards.
Good. If it's a sunny day, we'll motor up.
Yes, Sir John.
Morning, Bill.
Morning. You're looking tired, Miss Peterson.
I'm not surprised. I had to come back last night, and I didn't leave until 2. Those are for dispatch.
Oh. You know Sir John has a fixture at the Court of Appeal on Wednesday.
Yes, of course. And the trawler case starts on Monday. Oh, have you reserved seats on the train?
He said he'd like to motor up.
Oh, no. John,
You'll come in.
I am not going to be a passenger in your car ever again.
Why on earth not?
My nerves are bad enough as it is.
But a drive through the countryside will relax you.
I have still to recover from the last time you drove me.
Are you casting aspersions on my driving ability?
Yes, I am. You are the world's worst driver.
That is a lie.
That is the truth.
Then why have I never been involved in an accident? Why isn't there a single endorsement in my driving lessons?
God knows. I am going by train, John, and that is final.
William? William!
Come in, Sir John.
Shut the door. Now, you've been a passenger in my car. Well, haven't you?
Yes?
Well, what kind of a driver am I? I want you to be perfectly honest.
What kind of a driver?
Yes.
Average, I suppose?
Don't be ridiculous. I'm not average at anything. I'm either brilliant or utterly incompetent.
Well, I wouldn't say you were incompetent.
Exactly. Therefore, I must be brilliant. Miss Peterson has just informed me that I'm the world's worst driver.
Yes, well, between you and me, Sir John, I think we've been rather overworking her.
Are you saying she's ill?
Things could be getting a bit on top of her.
Yes, that's it. The woman's undoubtedly ill, or she'd never have said that about my driving. It's so patently absurd. Yes, we must soft pedal for a little until she's better again. Yes, reserve a first-class compartment for us.
Yes, Sir John.
And remember, William, we shall be staying at an hotel this time, not in one of your doss houses.
Oh, I thought you'd forgiven me for that.
Forgiven, perhaps. Forgotten, never. I still itch at the thought of it.
But why won't he be there?
I said he might not be.
Why not?
He's wanted in London.
But I want him here.
You have Miss Peterson.
Well, she can't possibly be as good as Gallagher. Look, don't I matter, Percy? Am I just a name or a number to these people? Don't they realize me and my crew are on trial for murder?
You're nothing of the kind, Arthur.
We know better.
Our position was approximately 40 miles north-northeast of Iceland.
Were you in Icelandic waters, Captain Bell?
Not according to international law. According to that law, we have the right to fish up to the 12-mile limit.
What was the weather like?
Well, it's always terrible at the end of January, beginning of February, but this was the worst yet. Ice was everywhere, and there was a blizzard blowing. I've never known it so bad so far south.
What did you decide to do?
Well, I decided that enough was enough, so I gave the order for the net to be drawn in. The third hand levered the catch off the towing block, but as the warps sprang apart, so they sliced the man's arm off.
What precisely has all this to do with the charge?
What happened to the member of the crew whose arm was sliced off?
He lost consciousness, and he eventually died.
When did he die?
About 4 hours after the accident.
What happened then, Captain?
Well, then the auxiliary boiler packed up. And that meant, of course, that we couldn't use the hoses.
Would you explain to the court the function of this auxiliary boiler?
Yes, well, it provides steam for melting ice off the deck and the gear.
You said ice was everywhere, Captain Bell.
Yes, and it was gaining hold quicker than we could get rid of it.
But you also use axes, do you not?
Yes, well, we were all frozen stiff. Ice was beginning to build up on our clothes, our faces, our hands. And we'd all been working an 18-hour day for a week.
Your strength was starting to desert you.
Well, even if we'd got our strength, we'd never have been able to clear the ice just with axes.
The situation was therefore serious.
Yes, because once ice gets a hold, more ice quickly piles on top. Eventually, it becomes too heavy for the ship to carry, and she starts to go under.
What did you decide to do?
Well, I succeeded in contacting Captain Saul on the radio telephone, and I explained the situation to him.
And what was the captain's reply?
He blew his top. He said he didn't want to have his vessel confiscated. He wanted to know why I couldn't make for port by myself. So I explained to him about the boiler and about the weight of ice slowing me down. And I told him that he would probably have to take the rest of us aboard his trawler. So after a lot of humming and hawing about having to draw in his net, he eventually said, "All right, what's your bloody position?" And I told him. And it was after that that I heard that the boiler was working again. But it soon stopped. And it wasn't long before its pipes were frozen solid. And then we started to ship water. And the water became ice. So I contacted Captain Saul again. And I asked him where the hell he was. He said he was on his way. And that was the last I heard from him.
Did he come to your assistance?
No. I tried to contact him after about another hour, but there was no reply. So I started to send out a Mayday distress signal, and I kept sending it out until we abandoned ship. We weren't picked up until the following morning. One of my crew, Tom D., died of exposure.
What about the deckhand who lost his arm?
He died before we abandoned ship.
Was it another trawler who rescued you?
No. It was an Icelandic gunboat.
Thank you.
Why were the lifeboats able to withstand the elements, but your vessel was not?
Well, the weather improved, my lord, but not soon enough to save my trawler. I'm parked on a yellow line. I hope it'll be all right.
I beg your pardon.
Couldn't find a place. It's always the same. Go round and round. It's all wrong. Something should be done about it.
Done about what?
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, my lord. No, I'm sorry. Forget about that.
Now tell me, Captain Bell, are you inclined to panic?
No.
You've never before radioed for assistance?
Oh, yes, sir. Of course I have.
So would you say your previous calls for help were justified?
Well, I was justified this time.
Do you use the radio telephone to grumble about your crew, your catch, your vessel?
Everybody grumbles now and again.
But you more than most.
I didn't say that.
You know the story of the little boy who cried wolf?
Are you saying that that is why Captain Saul refused to come to my assistance?
But he didn't refuse. You said yourself his last words to you were that he was on his way.
Then why didn't he come?
I never open a book at the last page, Captain.
Oh, get on with it, Sir John.
Now, you said the auxiliary boiler had stopped functioning.
Yes.
Was it the first time this had occurred?
Yes.
When was it last serviced?
3 weeks before. It was given a complete overhaul.
Was it inspected again?
I don't think we're needed here, do you?
Mr. Lorimer and the ship's engineer tested it before we left harbour on our last trip. It was in full working order.
Now, Captain Saul said to you, "All right, what's your bloody position?"
Yes, and I told him.
What else did you say to him?
Nothing. I didn't get a chance. He hung up.
Did you tell him not to bother?
No, I didn't.
Your precise words were, "Oh, don't bother."
No.
Then what were your precise words?
I said nothing after I had given him my position.
Were you alone in the radio room at the time?
The radio operator was tending to the injured man.
That isn't what I asked.
Oh, Mr. Lorimer came in while I was on the phone.
Captain Saul will swear that he heard a voice shouting, "We've got the boiler working, skipper."
No, I couldn't have done.
Why not?
Because I was only told about the boiler working after I had replaced the receiver.
You're positive of that?
Of course I am.
Because this could have been the reason you told Captain Saul not to bother in coming to your assistance.
I didn't say that to him.
We shall see.
I thought it would go to another day, I told him. Look, can you get word to Sir John that his train leaves at 16:20 hours?
Mr. Lorimer, would the two men have died had Captain Saul answered your vessel's distress call?
I don't know about the injured man, sir.
But he lived for another 4 hours.
Yeah, but he could still have died even if we'd been able to get him to us.
Where are you going?
About the man who died from exposure?
That was Tom D, our cook. No, he'd still be alive.
What is it, Sir John?
Oh, I do beg your pardon, my lord, but my presence is unavoidably needed at the Court of Appeal.
When?
Tomorrow morning, my lord.
Are you saying you won't be here tomorrow?
Yes, my lord, and I do deeply regret it, but my instructing solicitors and their client have been made aware of the situation.
But this is preposterous. Why did you accept the brief if you knew you wouldn't be able to discharge your duty towards your client?
Well, unfortunately, the original date for the hearing was changed because Captain Bell was on the high seas at the time. I cannot apologize enough, my lord.
Who is to carry on?
My instructing solicitors have every confidence in Miss Peterson, my lord.
Do you realize the heavy responsibility that has now been placed on your shoulders?
Yes, my lord.
Are you fully prepared to assume this responsibility?
Yes, my lord.
This is the sort of arrogance that gives the profession a bad name. I don't like it.
Did you suffer any injuries?
I lost the toes off my right foot, sir.
Why?
Frostbite, my lord.
Were you suffering from frostbite prior to abandoning ship?
No, my lord.
Thank you.
What did you do the moment the auxiliary boiler was repaired?
I am still writing.
What did you do the moment the boiler was repaired?
I reported it to the captain.
Where was he?
In the radio room.
What was Captain Bell doing?
Mr. Lorimer should not have to stand. Get him a chair. Is that more comfortable for you?
Yes. Thank you, my lord.
Continue.
What was Captain Bell doing in the radio room?
He was talking on the radio telephone to Captain Saul.
And what did you do?
Well, I waited until he'd finished talking.
You didn't interrupt his telephone conversation?
No.
But you would agree that the repairing of the boiler meant that everyone now stood a far better chance of surviving the appalling weather conditions.
Yes.
And yet you didn't immediately shout out the good news to your captain?
No.
You simply waited patiently until he'd finished his telephone conversation?
Yes.
You made your point. May we proceed?
What did you say to him?
I said, we've got the boiler working, Skipper.
I want your exact words, Mr. Lorimer.
Those were my exact words.
Tell me, did you have trouble with the auxiliary boiler on any previous trip?
Captain Bell has already answered that question.
It is possible, my lord, that not every fault is reported to the captain.
Are you saying that a member of the crew might be endeavouring to cover up his own negligence?
Yes, my lord.
Then come to the issue as quickly as possible. Far too much time has already been wasted.
Hello, Bill. Miss Peterson here. Why did Sir John have to leave so early? Why couldn't he have waited for the night train? He stayed just long enough to put the judges back up, and I'm going to be put through the hoop because of him.
He's having to attend a function this evening, Miss Peterson.
Function? What function? He never mentioned any function to me.
Well, it's at the French Embassy, a rather important social occasion.
Social occasion? Do you mean to say he had the gall to leave here because of a social occasion? Do you know what we've been talking about in court today? Men working and dying in sub-zero temperatures. Did you know that a fish can leap out of the sea and be frozen solid by the time it reaches the deck? And you tell me Sir John considers a social function more important.
Well, perhaps I shouldn't have said social. Perhaps I should have said political.
Perhaps you shouldn't have said anything at all. Will you be back in time for the closing speeches, or is that another little secret he doesn't want me to know about?
Well, as a matter of fact, Miss Peterson, he phoned me from the station. If the appeal case drags on, would you mind bringing back his overnight case?
I may be Sir John's dog's body, Bill. I am not his valet.
No?
Oh, Ian, thank goodness. I was afraid you wouldn't be in.
What's the matter? Are you all right?
No, I'm not. I'm tired, my nerves are playing me up, and I've a hell of a lot of work to get through. That's why I'm ringing you. Is there something I can take?
Well, only on prescription. You'll have to go to a doctor.
I'd sit in his waiting room for an hour. I can't afford the time.
If I were you, I'd forget about work for tonight. Put your feet up, watch some television, have a drink and a good meal.
I don't like television. I'm not thirsty, and I don't want to eat.
You'd rather be ill, is that it?
Of course I wouldn't rather be ill.
Then you must eat.
Ian, I have told you that I am not hungry.
I don't know why you bothered to ring me.
I wanted your advice.
And I've given it to you. Have a good meal and go to bed.
I'm used to judges treating me like a silly little girl. After all, I'm only a junior counsel. But I did expect something different from you.
And I really don't see the point of this conversation if you're going to ignore my advice.
All I wanted from you was a little understanding.
But you won't listen to me.
Because you're not helping.
Harriet, it's not my fault if you want a prescription for pills you shouldn't be needing anyway.
Sorry I troubled you.
This is your hymn tunes tonight, Arthur.
I'll need more than hymn tunes to save me now. I read today that the company's cutting down on the freshers.
Freshers?
Fish packed in ice. It's going over to distant water freezers. I might have stood a good chance of getting one of the new trawlers if it's still been working. But not now.
The more reason why you must win your case.
What does a woman know about fishing or aught else? Except having babies, knowing how to cook up dinners.
She's a good barrister, Arthur.
I've no faith in her. I had faith in Gallagher. I didn't like him, but I had faith in him. But I haven't any faith in her. And what's more important, neither has the judge. Amen.
Did you blow your top?
Yes, I did. I knew Captain Bell of old.
And what is that supposed to mean?
Just that he's a bit of an old woman. He was always wanting all the trawlers to stand by just in case things might go wrong. I've known him ask for help 3 miles out of harbour.
But a member of his crew had been badly injured.
He just said he'd been injured. I told him it was naught to do with me. I wasn't a Red Cross. I wasn't going to have my vessel confiscated and me and my crew arrested just so that he could go on fishing. But then he told me about the auxiliary boiler not working and how the ice was really starting to pile up. He said he was afraid his vessel might break up. So straight away I ordered the mate to haul in the net.
According to Captain Bell's evidence, you moaned about having to take in your net.
Well, that's not true because I couldn't get a word in edgeways. When Captain Bell starts talking, you either listen or you hang up. That's why I had to interrupt him. That's why I said, all right, what's your bloody position? He'd just finished giving it to me when I heard this voice shout, "We've got the boiler working, Skipper."
Those were the precise words you heard?
Yes.
What were they again?
"We've got the boiler working, Skipper."
And then what happened?
Well, I wanted to confirm his position, so I asked him to repeat it. He said, "Oh, don't bother." And he hung up. So I decided he was up to his old tricks again.
What old tricks?
Oh, exaggerating the seriousness of the situation. And yet, when the mate asked me if I wanted the net shot over the side again for a fresh trawl, I said, no, wait a bit.
Why?
Well, it's just a feeling I had.
Can you explain the feeling?
I found myself humming the psalm, "The Lord is my shepherd." I always hum it to myself when things get a bit dicey. But we're in no danger, and yet here I was, humming the tune. That's all.
Are you a religious man, Captain?
No, but I'm superstitious.
Did you alter course?
No. After all, Captain Bell had told me I needn't bother. Besides, down under there was a good shoal of fish waiting to be hauled up. Didn't want to lose it.
But you didn't start a fresh trawl.
Well, on account of this feeling I had. Well, the men were gutting the fish, cleaning them and packing them in ice when he contacted me again. He said his vessel was shipping water which was turning to ice. The frozen spray was getting heavier. And he got all his men on the 2 lifeboats. He asked where the hell I was, and I said I was on my way.
But you never reached Captain Bell's vessel.
An Icelandic gunboat was sighted on the port bow. They started firing at us, and I immediately took evasive action.
You were in Icelandic waters?
Not according to international law.
Did you try to contact any other vessel?
Well, I attempted to establish contact with Captain Bell, but all I got was static.
Could you not have surrendered to the gunboat?
Well, too dangerous. The way they were firing at us, they could have hit us, sunk us. In fact, it flashed through my mind. Perhaps that's what they were out to do, sink us.
But the lives of Captain Bell and his crew were in peril.
Well, so are the lives of my men now. However, I did try to make for the trawler's position, but then the gunboat fired at us again, and I had to alter course. I then tried to lose her. Found I couldn't. I then tried a series of sweeps, but I couldn't check her off. Eventually, the gunboat gave up the chase, and I was able to go to the trawler's position. But there was no sign of her, or a crew. I started a search of the area, and several hours later, I heard that Captain Bell and his crew had been picked up. Well, there was nothing more I could do, so I got the hell out of it.
Thank you.
You said you did not want to lose the shoal of fish that you knew was there for the taking.
Well, that's right.
Is that why you refused to help a ship in distress? Were you more concerned with netting a good catch?
I was prevented from going by an Icelandic gunboat.
I suggest your story of an Icelandic gunboat suddenly appearing was just that. A story. A sailor's yarn.
Well, why should I want to lie?
You had decided that Captain Bell was exaggerating as usual, and you didn't want to lose netting a good catch of fish.
But I told Captain Bell I was on my way.
I know what you said. That is a fact. But it's also a fact that you did not go to his assistance.
I couldn't, because my trawler was in danger of being sunk by an Icelandic gunboat.
According to you. But not according to the appropriate Icelandic governmental department. You heard the evidence of the Icelandic official. No Icelandic gunboat fired on any foreign trawler during the period in question.
I don't care what he said. He wasn't there, and I was. And so was an Icelandic gunboat.
You still maintain the gunboat tried to sink you?
She might have sunk us.
Tell me, which part of your vessel was damaged?
No damage was done to my vessel.
Not even a scratch?
Not even a scratch.
Then how can you possibly conclude that the gunboat might sink your vessel?
Because of the gunnery crew's incompetence. Their method of firing put the fear of God into me.
But your vessel was not harmed.
Only because I took evasive action.
But if they'd wanted to sink you, they would have done so.
I didn't wait to find out.
They would have pursued you.
They did pursue us.
Then why didn't they sink your vessel?
I didn't give them the chance.
Is your seamanship that good?
Yes, it is.
What is the situation existing between British distant water trawlers and the Icelandic government?
It's a virtual state of war. And we're in the right. We've been fishing those waters for the past 300 years.
But you would agree that you were infringing upon Iceland's sovereign rights?
No, I'd never agree.
But if the British government can claim sovereign rights to oil 200 miles off the coast of Scotland, why shouldn't Iceland extend her fishing limits from 12 to 50 miles?
Why this discussion in international political economy, Miss Peterson?
If it is understood that both sides feel their case is unanswerable, it will help the court to appreciate why an Icelandic gunboat fired at a British trawler and why the trawler refused to surrender.
Yes. Yes, I take the point. Please continue.
Would you agree it's common knowledge that great bitterness exists between British trawlermen and the government of Iceland?
Yes, I would.
You would therefore hardly expect an Icelandic official to give evidence on your behalf.
No, I wouldn't.
Oh, what an excruciating morning, William.
Why is that, Sir John?
Having to force a smile every time a certain Lord Justice makes an excruciating funny. I think he must get his jokes from the very first edition of Punch. No doubt he'll have more funnies for us this afternoon, unless, of course, he nods off. We can but hope.
This afternoon? Well, what about Miss Peterson?
Well, she'll have to cope without me.
She wasn't all that friendly on the telephone yesterday afternoon.
I trust you gave her what she wanted to receive, sympathy and flattery. Does wonders for the complexion.
Oh, by the way, you have a visitor.
Interesting?
Dr. Moody.
Uninteresting. But why?
I think she's heading for a breakdown.
Oh. Well, I realized she wasn't well when she criticized my driving, but I didn't think it was that serious. Have you told her?
Well, she doesn't believe me.
But you're a doctor and a friend.
Not such a friend these days.
Oh?
We're not as close as we were.
Why? What happened?
Things haven't been the same since she applied for silk. We had an almighty row.
Ah, yes. Now, I come to think she did allude to a slight explosion, but of course she didn't go into the details.
Well, no, she wouldn't, would she?
True. I always find private confessions rather embarrassing. That's why I prefer not to get involved with the human race. That's why I prefer inanimate objects. They cannot shed tears.
I think she will marry one day.
You do?
But it'll be a marriage of convenience.
How civilized.
Civilized?
Yes. A partnership where each follows his independent career, where there is interest without jealousy, companionship without passion, comedy without farce, and drama without tragedy.
You call that civilized?
Yes, because it means one has come to terms with one's own limitations.
In other words, your limitations.
And presumably Harriet's.
But she has passion.
For work, not for people.
I hope you'll both be very happy.
I could do a lot worse.
And if she turns you down?
Her loss, not mine.
You really don't know her at all, do you?
Do you?
Anyway, all this is irrelevant. At the moment, she's refusing to put the brake on where her work is concerned. She's just driving herself headlong down the hill.
Why?
I don't know. Pay me back, pay herself back. It doesn't really matter. What matters is that if someone doesn't put the brake on for her, she'll finish up in hospital.
You have heard that Captain Bell is a grumbler, that he's always asking for assistance. Does that sound like a man who would say, "Oh, don't bother," which is not in character? He would want people to bother. And that is why you may think he couldn't possibly have said it.
But then he told him not to bother. Should Captain Saul have sailed his vessel further into Icelandic waters, after having received such a categorical statement from an experienced distant water fisherman? And yet Captain Bell would have you believe that he never made that statement. If that is true, why did he consider it necessary to contact Captain Saul a second time? I submit that the second radio telephone call proves that he knew Captain Saul was not on his way. And why did he know? Because he told him not to bother.
Are you all right, Miss Peterson?
I suddenly felt a little faint, my lord. I do apologize.
Do you wish to retire for a few minutes?
No, I prefer to continue. At the end of the second radio telephone call, Captain Saul said, "I'm on my way." Now, does that sound like a man who decided that Captain Bell was exaggerating the gravity of the situation?
I now come to the words uttered by Mr. Lorimer while he was in the radio room with Captain Bell. The words were, "We've got the boiler working, Skipper." According to Captain Saul, he heard this sentence uttered while he was in telephone communication with Captain Bell. And yet, according to Captain Bell and Mr. Lorimer, this sentence was not uttered until after Captain Bell had replaced the receiver. You know the words were uttered. What you have to decide is when they were uttered. Could Captain Saul have heard the words, the exact words, letter for letter, other than over the telephone? Could he have heard them once the radio telephone receiver had been replaced? You need only have a reasonable doubt as to the answer for you to return a verdict of not guilty. Again, it was not up to the defendant to prove that an Icelandic gunboat prevented his vessel from going to the rescue of Captain Bell and his crew.
Miss Peterson,
must let me call the doctor.
No, I wouldn't hear of it.
But you're not well.
I'll be all right once I get some air.
Thanks again, Miss Peterson.
Please excuse me, I have to telephone my clerk.
Changed your mind about women?
If it is you couldn't have done it 9 months ago, I might still have a job.
Have you changed your mind about women?
Let's go and celebrate.
But are you sure you can make the journey? Well, why not stay overnight? See how you feel in the morning. No, don't worry. I'll see to all that. Yes, he's just this moment arrived.
Who is it?
Miss Peterson.
Did she win?
Yes.
Good.
Yes, I'll tell him. But do take care on the way back, won't you?
You mean take care? Is it her intention to drive the train?
She's ill, Sir John. She almost collapsed in court.
Yeah, she's about to have a breakdown. Moody said this would happen. I'll telephone my private nursing home, see if there are any beds available. No, better still. I'll get Moody to telephone. Find out what time the train's due in London. Well, what's the verdict?
You're going to be surprised.
Shall I telephone for an ambulance?
Oh, don't be silly, John.
Now put down the briefcase immediately.
Yes, leave that briefcase alone. You're not going to do any work for at least a week.
Yes, you're going into a nursing home, Harriet.
I don't think that'll be necessary, John.
Why? What's the matter with her?
Apparently, I've got German measles.
German measles? Is that all?
I'm afraid so.
But you haven't any spots.
I'm sorry.
It's only a mild attack.
Actually, I do have a slight rash, if you look closely.
You're lucky it's just German measles.
You've disappointed me, Harriet.
Why?
Well, I've been working out your funeral arrangements. There was to be a piper in full Highland regalia playing a lament. On top of your coffin, as you slid into eternity, was to be a wreath of magnificent roses in the shape of a barrister's wig.
Far too ostentatious, John.
Why? What would you prefer?
What I've got, German measles.
Now leave that briefcase alone and get into bed.
Well, you've left me limp with the worry of it all. Whiskey, Ian?
Yes, thank you. I could do with one.
What about me?
You're ill, woman. Now do as you're told and get into bed.
Anybody care to join me?
No, thank you. I've never had German measles.
Or anything else, I shouldn't wonder. Enjoy my whiskey.